gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Roll call real quick. FSU baby, Eric Jackson, Canes for life, Michael, Braintick, Hurricane Kilo, No Blooded, Jay Rikers, B Gaines, Phil, Gerald, FSU Rose, Brandon B, Randy, Ant Man, Peter Shields, 02, Matthew, Ardavius, Peter Shields, Mayan King, No Blooded, Nicholas, Rashard, J.R. Rivera. I think we got everybody. Arceus, Panama Jack, Travis, Love Barbecue and Knowles, Lorenzo in the building, Jordan Hatton in the building, FSU baby, D Rev Lee, Cooper Coop, Combat Ethics, Maiden Day, Jeff, Terrence Morris, Jay, I think I said Jay. I think I said Jay already, and no fans via Twitter. I think I've hit everybody. Shout out and welcome. Yeah, we'll talk about that. And welcome to the little instant reaction of this game. I predicted a 31-21 Louisville win, so I was actually pretty close. Shout out to me. Almost hit that one right on the head. But hey man, I don't know what you guys want me to tell y'all. If y'all came here, I don't know what you want me to tell you. That team is exactly the team we thought we had. I'm more interested in Clemson losing. You feel me? Adverb to great in the building. I'm way more interested in Clemson, right? Clemson lost, and they seem to like they're back to the pack. But yeah, man, I don't know what y'all want me to tell y'all, man. This is what it is here. Fuller in the first half was absolutely trash. Shout out to the team, man. You know what? They fought, and it is what it is. A&M lost to Arkansas again. Y'all, I said Kendall Browns, and y'all laughed at me. Keep that same energy in a couple years when he's a head coach somewhere. Just saying. It just saying. Said Kendall Browns and y'all laughed at me. AJ is who I thought he was, man. AJ is the same fighter I've been saying he's been for the last couple years. You know, I don't talk as much boxing on here as I used to, but AJ is the same fighter I've always said he is. All he is he's a hype job. He's been a hype job. He's been protected. He's been gifted a lot of them belts. When I say gifted, he fought for a lot of vacant titles. He's always been chinny. Usyk had him dancing around the ring, wobbling around the ring. Shout out to Usyk, man. Usyk's a great boxer. I didn't think I picked AJ to win. I thought AJ would be too strong for Usyk, but Usyk showed that the sweet science, usually surpasses, just power. And but AJ, I'm not shocked about this fight. Not shocked. And this isn't Ruiz, right? Usyk's not gonna go eat 30 cheeseburgers, get fat, come back in that second fight, be out of shape. No. So they have a rematch clause, but I'd be hard pressed to see how the rematch goes any differently than what we saw here tonight, unless AJ's able to clip him and put him down. But AJ is what he's always been, in my opinion. So shout out to Usyk. No surprise there. What are you guys talking about? Because I don't really feel like talking about this game. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I don't know. So what do y'all want to talk about? Because I could give a damn less about the football game. What do you want me to say? We still can run the ball when we want to, but I think what did Corbin have? 10 carries total? I think Corbin should be getting 20 plus carries a game. He had 10 carries, I believe, in this game. Let me check the stats real quick. I really don't even want to talk about this game. I'd much rather talk about boxing, but I know everybody's not here for that. But I'm gonna check the stats real quick. All right, here we go. Jashawn Corbin had 11 carries for 159 and 4.5 yards a carry. Ward had 10 for 50. We didn't see Lawrence Toafili today. He was unavailable. DJ had 4 for 16. Milton was minus 20. Milton definitely doesn't look mobile. What else y'all want me to say? Ain't nothing else to really say, guys. Nothing else to really say. I can agree with you there. I don't put this game on Milton. I thought Milton played a solid overall game, but this team doesn't have the talent around McKenzie. And so McKenzie's being asked to do more than I think he's physically capable of. He's not mobile. You can see it. Even some of the balls he's throwing are looking like they don't have enough oomph on him. He just doesn't have the talent around him, and he's being asked to do too much. The sad part is we can cry for Travis if we want. I don't think Travis, other than his running ability, if you're telling me Travis can break a few home run hits on the run, then sure, but maybe we'll see Purdy here eventually. But I thought they did the right thing and kept Milton out there. But this game was whatever, nothing. Yeah, that's exactly. What did we learn? We didn't learn anything that we didn't already know. First game of the season, your boy told you the strength of this team was running the football. 20 total carries. 20? Excuse me. I'm not going to count Milton's sack. I don't know why the NCAA counts, sacks as rushing attempts. They ran the ball a total of 25 times. Corbin should have 25 carries by himself, people. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's talk about the new coaching staff we should hire. Y'all tell me who y'all want, because I ain't got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. I agree, Travis. Again, I don't think Milton was perfect, but again, we don't have the talent around him. We don't have the talent around him. I thought the O-line gave Milton plenty of time. Milton had some bad sacks too. He had some sacks where he held the ball too long, but he's looking down the field trying to make a play. Get it? But we just don't have the talent around him, man. I didn't think the O-line played necessarily perfect, but once again, to me, the O-line has been the same it's been since the first game. They do enough for you to win the football game. We're just not calling the game to our strengths, in my humble opinion. Hold on. Chat jumped on me, fellas. If you say Milton is the problem, then you're not watching this team very closely. Let's see what we got. What excuses were changed? I don't know. Go over there and check them out and see what they say. I have no excuses for nobody. Brownlee is the guy, same guy. I've said he's not a man-to-man, but I think Brownlee would excel in a zone coverage scheme. Very physical tackle, quick reaction. When he can look at in the backfield, when you put him in man-to-man positions, he gets exposed. Dylan, what up, man? He says all the second-year coaches, ain't that something? All the second-year coaches doing their damn thing around the country. But y'all want a 5-4-year rebuild. Yeah. I can't believe y'all didn't run more against us. We had no adjustments to answer. Man, I told you, if you watch that show, I told y'all this team doesn't make adjustments. Told you what this team was, man. Pretty simple. It's on the John, you're delusional as always. This man said pretty simple, it's on the players, not the coaches. It was trash the first half. The one positive thing I can say is that they fought back when they came back in the second half. We couldn't do it now but we could. But I didn't get my hopes up. I knew we weren't going to get it done. That too, man. The man kept getting tackled by the damn turf. What up, Pharrell? Jimbo lost, Clemson lost, and we couldn't capitalize. Do I think we should let Purdy start next week? No. I still don't think we should. And it's not nothing against Purdy. I just don't have faith that they're going to do the right. I don't have. Who we play against? Syracuse? Maybe Syracuse is a good team to try that against. Then again, Syracuse is 3-1. So that don't even look like a win at this point. UMass might be the only one. Just laugh your way through it, because that's all I'm doing. I'm just laughing my way through it. Whole coaching staff is terrible. I mean, if y'all want Lane, y'all have him. FSU's not firing Mike Norvell. Look, guys, regardless of if I want it or not, but I made a vow. I said I was not going to call for Norvell's job, not because I have any allegiance to Mike. I could give a damn less. If it was my pick, I'd fire him right now. I'm just saying I'm not calling for his job because it's not going to happen. So why beat a dead horse? So if Miami, the word around Miami is Manny's all but done. If y'all want Lane, I don't think Lane would leave Ole Miss for Miami. That's just my opinion. Take it for what you will. But if y'all want Lane, it ain't between us, because Mike is here for the foreseeable future. That was me. I flew to Tallahassee and I told Fuller, get the hell on. And I decided to take over defense. That was me. Yeah. I guarantee Clemson has struggled with every team so far this year. Georgia Tech, NC State. They're going to put 50 on us. Watch. They're going to be the team that looks like the Clemson of a few years ago. Watch. Guarantee it. No, John, but they can put them in the right positions. Again, what are we talking about? So the coaches didn't get on the field in the second half, yet the defense was making plays. Or in the first half, when once again, FSU defense looked like they don't know what they got going on in the secondary. Once again, I don't think Miko Dotson didn't put himself out there and start. Like, it all starts from the top, man. You can continue to blame players all you want, but there's people putting those players. The players aren't showing up and saying, "Hey, I'm starting. I don't care what you say, coach." It all starts at the top. You can continue to try to blame these kids, but it ain't. Listen, Milton is still the better passer out of all the quarterbacks. He's not the same guy he was 3 years ago, but he's all you got. FSU's not broke, but keep spinning that narrative if you want. I want now we want Kendall. Now we want Kendall Briles. But when I said Kendall Briles, everybody wanted to talk about, oh no, Dion. But when I said Kendall, we laughed. Okay. He beats Jimbo, and now all of a sudden we want Kendall Briles. Boy, I tell you. Hold on, man. The chat jumped on me far, too. You guys might not be able to get to every comment. So if you want your comment, I might have to start skipping some of these and make sure I don't miss out. Like, I got a super chat, so I got to make sure I don't miss out on that one. From Jeff, he says, and I want to get a few things. And I wanted to get in a few things to say, but I got to go to my mom's here. But hey, it's all good, Jeff, man. Appreciate the donation.
My name is Jeff.
Mike Norvell knows the AD. Corbin supports him. Man, that support doesn't mean crap. He wasn't he wasn't going anywhere. If Corbin could have kept his mouth shut, Mike wasn't going anywhere anyway. He says Wake Forest will win it all. I'm assuming you're talking about the ACC. No, Poke, I like Briles. Willie handcuffed him. That Auburn, hey, why didn't he get more care? Again, that's coaching. Again, I don't think these kids ain't choosing to put themselves in there. Look at this. These motherfuckers played the school of the blind, put up 70 points, and now they come in the chat. Ain't seen now. Some of y'all I see. So credit to those who come in here every chat and make their presence known. Ain't seen this son of a gun right here all year. Damn sure didn't see him last week when Michigan State smacked that ass. But here he come. Because they beat Central, whoever the hell they played. But congratulations. At least y'all beat y'all FCS opponent. Hello, Sandra. How you doing? Yep. Who got a moral victory? We don't got a victory. So how are we gonna take a moral victory? I don't know where we get that idea from. Hold on. See, I don't. Y'all know how I rock over here. You're going in timeout because you don't get to just show up and think you can talk to me. You ain't been here all year. Now all of a sudden you show up. That's soft shit. If you're gonna show up every week. At least Phil here every week. I let Phil talk because at least he here every week. I think Norville got 4 or 5 years, but who cares? I hope they don't say that. Let's see. Anthony says, "What up, Pope? I truly believe if we did have the talent, the coaching staff would find a way to mess it up. I think we have the talent. Y'all not gonna convince me that I don't see talented players on that field when I watch. Do I think everybody's talented? No. Or yeah, do I think everybody's a hit? No, but I also don't think the way y'all spin it when y'all keep blaming these players, y'all saying make it sound like somehow FSU's recruiting nothing but bust. But a team like Wake Forest or Baylor, who don't even recruit in the same stratosphere as Florida State, everybody they recruit somehow excels. Somehow they are gems. Somehow they are better than their rankings were. No, it's called coaching. It's called coaching. I'm a Miami fan, but I got respect for FSU. I grew up when they had Bobby. We beat a high school team, bruh. Nothing to go crazy about. Only positive take from the game was we played our young bulls. Hey, I'm just saying, like Maiden Day, y'all be in here every week, so I don't have nothing to say. I let y'all talk when y'all talk. Maiden Day don't really talk too much trash, but I know Phil always throwing shots. But again, Phil here every week, so I let him say what he said. But you don't get to come in here and you ain't been here all year, start talking just because y'all beat somebody. You don't go like that. What up, CJ? Let's see. But yeah, I mean, y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. Like I said, we ain't learned nothing from this game that I didn't already tell y'all. Y'all asked me yesterday. I said we wasn't winning. So I told y'all we was going to lose this game. I even predicted a 31-21 Louisville score. I was off by 2 points. So again, y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. The team is exactly the team I said it was. So what up, Kane say? You mean the Wake Forest players that have been okay? So you want to go there? What about the Arkansas players? They got a second-year head coach. What about the Baylor players? They got a second-year head coach. What about the Michigan State players? They got a second-year head coach. What about the Ole Miss players? They got a second-year head coach. I can keep going. If you really want to die on that hill, John White, you can die on it because I'm going to execute you on it. Because I can keep going there, big boy. It's the coaching. Period. Oh, and all those schools we do out-recruit, by the way. They ran Milton up on a QB power. Players play well and stop seeing the ball. I don't get it. There's no plan or rhyme to... There you go. There's no rhythm to that offense whatsoever. It's like they just do stuff. It's literally like watching Sandlot football on that offense. Good offensive play calling, man. The first play usually can set up the next play and so on and so forth. You call plays to set up future plays, and I don't see any of that when Florida State plays. They just seem like they just do stuff. But y'all tell me I'm seeing, y'all tell me what y'all see. Developing the players they have, we can't. Exactly. Other teams can develop the players they have, but for some reason we can't. But everybody just says the players suck. It starts with coaching. I appreciate you, JR. What made the defense play better in the second half? That's a great question. I think, honestly, some of the stuff Louisville was doing, in my opinion, they kind of got away with what they were doing in the first half. I will say that I think FSU I think Fuller made a few adjustments in the second half from what I saw or from what it looked like and started trying to keep everything in front of them. Honestly, this team is not a man-to-man team. I don't know why we play so much man-to-man. We should be a very heavy zone scheme defense, in my honest opinion, but we're not. But I felt like they kind of went to that in the second half and just decided to keep everything in front of them. And the defense did a much better job of reacting to what they saw. I think they felt more comfortable in that zone scheme. But that's just from top of the head what I think I saw, right? I haven't gone back and watched the game. I could be totally wrong, and maybe that was just an anomaly in the second half. I don't know. Yeah, Clemson did lose. Somebody said bingo, preach it. Did AJ got his ass whooped? Usyk is the new unified heavyweight champion of the world. A cruiserweight. Went in there and beat AJ around the ring. It's coaching. You're right. We can't even, man. even when we could score, then we miss extra points. Like that's so crazy. That's so crazy, man. None of those teams have had the total of turnover on the roster. Bull, Michigan. See, I told you, John White, you keep dying on this hill, and I'm going to execute you on it. Michigan State, and ask Miami fans, they're in here, they'll tell you Michigan State had 40 new players or something like that. And with 20 plus transfers and 20 plus freshmen that played on that team. They had this almost the same exact, if not more of a transition on their roster than we do. And they went in there and beat Miami by 20-something points? So miss me with that, John. You got to, again, keep dying on the hill, bro. I got a 100-round clip for it, 100-round drum. I'll keep unloading it. Did anybody see Jarian? And the defense played a lot. I'm glad you put that, Matthew. Defense played a lot, but I didn't even see Jarian play today. Dotson should never be in the game. I don't know how many times they're going to come on here week after week and say, why is Miko Dotson playing football? But he's in there. He gets burnt. But when he's on the bench, when Jarian is on the bench, that team actually plays more cohesive. Travis J should be your full-time starter, period. Fourth down play calls were terrible in this game, man. Quite frankly, Mike Norvell got bailed out on that one fourth down call that got the pass interference. That was one of the dumbest football calls I've seen, what Mike did there. And he got bailed out because of I won't say a bogus, but he got bailed out for a pass interference. They just do stuff. Don't tell him, John. Don't tell him, John. Florida won 4 games. Dan Mullen comes in, they go 10-2 the next year, but it ain't coaching. Don't tell him nothing, John. Don't tell him nothing. No idea. Probably not. I'm on the way to Tallahassee to whoop some. Hey, man, throw a couple shots in there for me. Polk, I got something for you. You can guess the 3 worst QBs in all of Power 5. I got something for you. Can you guess the 3 worst QBs in all of the Power 5? I'm going to say, since you're asking that, I'm going to say De'Aaron King, Mackenzie Milton, and the Clemson dude. I think the Clemson dude is absolutely garbage. That guy sucks. Clemson finally missed out on a 5-star. That guy, not good. Miami, yeah, they did. That fourth down play, got too cute. Act like Milton going to call timeout. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that play. The guy who made the tackle, Jordan Wilson, should have been blocking that guy, but because they're trying to sell this play call stuff, the guy got a free release. Like, come on. We all know the coaching sucks, bro. So we got to live with Milton floating the ball every pass. I don't know who you want to throw. You want Travis in there? No, you tell me. I ain't saying we ain't got to live with nothing. We can put Travis in there. Travis was hurt today, so you had no choice but to go with Milton. Do you want to see Chuba Purdy? You do realize FSU, before they signed Chuba Purdy, hadn't recruited a quarterback in like 3 years. So the quarterback position doesn't really surprise me. There you go. See, Corey knows. When we went zone, we had success. I've only been saying this is a zone secondary. This secondary should be more zone oriented. We could have won this game. We could have won the game. If we didn't give up 31 first half points and 300 plus yards in the first half, you know, I know we want to blame the offense, and there's blame to go around in this one. All right, John White. Michigan State roster was overturned more than FSU. 41 new players between high school and the portal, and they look good. Hey, don't tell them none, Firewater. Don't tell them none. Don't tell them none. Every time I say something, they got an excuse, and I smack it down. Don't tell them none. Don't tell them nothing. Chat jumped on me there, fellas. At this point, Purdy's trash has to be. There you go. Dabo getting what he deserves. Humbleism. I don't think humbleism is a word, but I like it. So Joshua versus Wilder or Fury, bruh, I doubt it. A cruiserweight was knocking Joshua all around the ring. What you think Wilder or Fury gonna do to that dude? But he's got to win his belt back if that fight even has a chance of happening. And I don't know if I see it. I think my co-host trying to sneak in my room. Yeah, that was a bad sack. Not gonna lie, that was a bad sack. Milton took a crucial bad sack at that time. Not gonna front. Michigan. Yeah, you guys actually know how far behind I am in the chat. Peter Shields with a super sticker, bro. I appreciate you, Peter.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Oh yeah, Rutgers is another team I didn't mention. Firewater. Again, I can keep going though. I can keep going about these second year head coaches. I didn't even name Maryland. I can keep going, bro. I think Maryland might be in his, I think Loxley might be in his third year, but whatever. Yeah, not gonna happen. DJ. Yeah, I hit it right on nail on the head. Didn't even know that. Ain't that something? I said DJ Derek. I hit it right on the head. All AC. So ACC pretty much has the worst quarterback play in the country, if we're talking about that. Two of those guys were Heisman hopefuls, and De'Aaron King and DJ. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Yeah, tell them, JR. Hit the like button. All you getting is truth over here, man. And if you come in here with the foolish takes, hey, I'm going to shoot them down. But again, we're all allowed to have our opinion. Don't get me wrong. Press conference up. Be right back. Go check that out because I don't need to watch it. Simple. Need a new DC, new OC. Season's over. What are we doing with Milton? Play Purdy. See what we have. We have a couple 4-stars coming next year. Corbin averaging. Yep. Thank you, Gino. To hell with all that other stuff. Why didn't Corbin have 20 plus carries today? 15 yards a carry. Touched the ball 11 times. Y'all want to blame the players. Tennessee beating UF. Hey, now one of the Florida fans got quiet. Is that true? Tennessee up 14-10. No one of the Florida fans came in here with all that energy at the beginning, and all of a sudden they done went ghost. See, that's why I don't go on nobody's chat and talk too much trash. Rarely do. First of all, because we suck. So ain't really nothing for me to really say. But every time y'all come in here and want to talk trash, Florida better get it together. Kidder says from 97 to 2000, Taco Bell had Chihuahua in the ad campaign. Thanks for that great, what would you call that? Interesting fact. Bro, Norvell can't say nothing that I need to hear, bro. There's Rashad. There you are. Rose, bro. I already know the vibes. My God, these type of coaches at programs ain't it. And Gator fans got real pride. So go ahead, guys. I mean, again, there's not really no need to really do like a deep breakdown of this game. So I'm letting you guys pretty much tell me what y'all want to talk about, man. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on, but I'm here I'm here for now. So you guys let me know because we're 0-4, and I don't know what to tell you, except that I'm going to say we beat Syracuse. I'm going to say we beat Syracuse. North Carolina might run us out of the stadium. This team hasn't shown they could play it on the road. And I think 2 games, man. 2 games. That's all I'm giving this team is 2 games. We ain't beating NC State. We ain't beating Boston College. Cry. Mike, do us a favor and quit. How about that? Do FSU a favor and just quit. I'd appreciate that. Who would I want for OC and DC, bro? Who I would want isn't available. Again, I want Kendall Browse back. D coordinator, man, I don't know. I just would have to see who's available at this point. But anybody would be better than what we got, man. We poke him with a stick. Gainer ain't been it. You can tell in this interview Norvell done checked out. Well, damn. If he's checked out, I would. When he was checked in, we wasn't shit. So if he's checked out, oh man. I don't know, man. Wake Forest might be the favorite. Right? Am I wrong? Only thing about Miami is they ain't played an ACC game yet. So technically, Miami might be a front runner there. They ain't played the ACC game yet. So we don't know how they're going to look. Well, that would be Coburn. What's there to talk about? Well, let's hope that it stays intact. You don't come in nobody chat joking because you never know how the team going to do. I mean, you can joke. Here's the thing, bro. I'm not sensitive. I don't care if you come in and talk. What I do ask, 1, say hello, how you doing first. And 2, don't come in here randomly and you ain't been around all year. You don't get to be quiet because you got blew out by Alabama, barely beat App State, and then got blew out by Michigan State. And because you played Central Connecticut School for the Deaf and the Blind, come in here and think you can talk. No, I don't work like that. Homie, we not being Syracuse or UMass. I know Syracuse is 3-1, but I say we beat them. Coastal Carolina beat UMass 53-3. Again, Syracuse and UMass. I'm gonna stay on that. I think those are the 2 games we win. I think we win in 2 games. Wake Forest might win it. I'm good, Polk. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm just numb. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta laugh your way through it. I just laughed my way through this stuff. I think it was a solid game at the end. I like that they showed fight. People see this coach and staff are bums, but still make excuses. Syracuse looks good too. How can Mike look himself in the mirror right now? Yeah, somebody said checked out. I think Charlie Strong is coaching. Ain't Charlie Strong coaching? Is he the defensive coordinator in Jacksonville? I'm pretty sure he's in the NFL right now. Charlie ain't coming here. For once, Fuller does the unthinkable and shuts out a team the entire half, and offense shoots itself in the foot several times. Keep from capitalizing on it. Ain't nobody beating Wake. JR, man, appreciate you. Hurricane fan with the super chat says, just wanted to send you my support for keeping it real. Can't wait to hear your comments after our game. Well, we'll see how that game goes, but I appreciate your support. And just for that, this is what you get.
What's in my pocket, dog? Big face Honda. Just left them all. Bought everything that I wanted.
DC, Kevin Steele. Syracuse doesn't even seem like a win. I'm going to say they're a win. But we'll see. I'm going to say they're a win. Wake Forest win the ACC with all them 10-year stars. Yeah, with all them super seniors, as they call them, right? Today doesn't help or hurt recruiting, in my opinion, just because of that, the fake comeback at the end to make it look close. That's real, Poke. Your skin tough. That's why I vibe with you. Appreciate you, Kane Zay. Pretty much. Wake Forest got a team full of 26-year-olds. That's why they doing what they doing. Love it, I think, was hurt. Lovett didn't play today. Lawrence Toafili didn't play today. There was a Keem Dent did not play today. There's one more. I can't remember. I think those guys were on the injury report. Suppose we don't win against Syracuse. Then that's it. It's over. It's over. I don't know what else to tell you. We don't win one of them 2 games. We ain't winning. And again, the trash talk don't even hurt me. I'm numb to it at this point. It's all well deserved. Mike Norvell has to go. I'm glad somebody's saying it. They ain't fight from the start to show they hate Fuller. Milton got tackled twice by the turf. Yeah, he sure did. Yep, that's what we do. Guy breaks off an 80-yard run, we take him out the next drive. We don't. Again, the man had 15 yards of carry, 14.5 yards of carry on 11 touches. Why he didn't carry the ball twice as much? Ask Kenny Dillingham and Mike Norvell. Strong is a defensive asset, not the coordinator. Okay, I know. I just knew he was in Jacksonville, but okay. Can Milton coach? Yeah, we might need to make him a GA, huh? Fuller has to effing go. F that, Conrad. What up, Island Boy? I agree, Sean. This is crazy. It's so weird watching Georgia Tech. Yeah. Light 'em up says Purdy can't be that bad. Hey, man. No, we not beating no one but UMass. Strong is actually the assistant head coach and side linebacker coach. Okay. I don't think we are winning against Clemson, but do you think we have a 5% chance? I mean, look how they've played. 5% chance. I mean, I'm not no analytics expert. I'm not no math major. I don't know what the percentage would be there, but Clemson on the road, Death Valley, I guarantee you they put 40 on us easily. And that offense has looked pathetic so far this year. But the way this team is, DJ will have his best game of the season by far against Florida State. I don't know. Ask Adam Fuller. If he can do that, you're right. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think there's no way it's a top 5 class, a top 10 class, because I expect at least a couple decommitments, and you're not gonna get the guys that we were in the running for, right? If you want to talk the recruiting class, look, regardless of whether I think it stays intact, I think, again, keep Duffy. If you can keep Duffy, keep Hunter, that's a win. But other guys are probably the first guy that comes to mind when you talk about decommitments is Travion Williams. He's a Mississippi kid. I mean, come on, bro. Why would you not go play? You might as well stay in Mississippi for that crap, right? So that's the first guy that comes to mind. We've got like 5 or 6 O linemen committed right now. So I bet you one or two of those guys decommit. Again, I just hope you can keep the two, in my opinion, the two most important recruits that you have are AJ Duffy and Travis Hunter. If you can keep those two and surround them, maybe you can finish with a top 20 type class, but a top 10 class is out the window because everybody's not sticking, and you're not. Elijah Pritchett's not coming. Give that up. What's the Coleman, the wide receiver, that 5-star? He was crystal balled. Yeah, you can cancel that. He ain't coming. Why would he? So all those high-valued prospects that we were trying, Marvin Jones Jr., man, I love you to death, but I know you got to go do what's best for your future. So you ain't coming here. So that's just kind of the way it is. Like all them guys that I wanted, the Nigel Kellys, they not coming here. So FSU is going to finish with a 2018-19 recruiting class if they keep what they have intact and add a few pieces later on. Wesley Basaint, yeah, not happening. Any guy you can think ain't happening. If we can, as long as we keep them two, I really don't care, man. Sam McCall. I mean, I would love to keep him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sam went elsewhere. If we had Travis Hunter, AJ Duffy, man, if we had them this year, that we probably AJ Duffy would probably be the starter this year. I know Travis Hunter would be the best DB on the roster this year. I know y'all want to keep Sam, but I'm telling you that I don't think Sam is, not that I don't think he's an important player, not that I don't think he's a good player. If you told me who I want to keep, I got to keep those two. I think Sam along with Hunter is a little bit of a luxury. I know Earl Little was at the game. I don't know if Basaint was at the game, but I know Earl was. And then you can cancel Earl Little. That shit's not happening. I don't even know why they're still recruiting Earl Little, to be frank. Every time they interview him, he always has something. He always throws shade. I don't know why they're still recruiting that kid. What are you drinking? And I don't need nothing to drink to get through it. I'm good. I'm not even mad. I promise you that, Terrence. But I'm just drinking these. I had like a couple of them Bud Light seltzers left, so I'm just drinking a couple of those to finish those off. Gotta laugh at this point. I used to get real mad when FSU would lose, but now I just make jokes. Yeah, exactly. Did I see I didn't watch the Miami game. Was that Miami game even on TV? Was it on like the ACC network or something? I didn't even watch it. He probably would be the best wide receiver. Earl Little, Basaint, an LSU decommit, an LSU DB commit we're visiting. Oh man, so all of them boys looked at this and said, "Yep, not popping in, not playing for this shit." It would not surprise me if we start losing most of our top. Man, you called it on the DB's coaching. Y'all gonna start listening to me eventually, Made for the Ville. What's going on with you, man? I also said 31-21. I was off by 2 points on the score prediction. Just get me a wide receiver that uses both his speed and frame to attack a 50-50 ball. Milton put up for Parchment. You can cancel all that crap. Jones Jr., Skinner, Pritchett. Yeah, I agree. None of them dudes, man. None of them dudes coming. You can tell some of these people didn't watch the game with how negative they are talking. So he is going to be the moral victory champ here tonight, because I don't know what you want to say that's positive. Why? Because we played a good game? Man, get out of here. That interception, I think it was the Oklahoma interception. That interception was nasty. Switch Brownlee to linebacker. Who got beat on that 59-yard? That was Dotson. Pritchett, yeah, he's crystal ball, but it ain't happening. He's crystal ball, but it ain't happening. We got. Did you? Chat, y'all can have that. I just look at what I put on the screen. Chat, y'all can have it. I don't even want to address that. Go to bed, bro. Oh my God. Man, Pritchett going to Alabama. Yeah, most likely. We just received a crystal ball. Wow. Who's Baca? Is that the LSU kid? Pritchett just crystal ball Pritchett to Bama. Of course he did. Pritchett's not coming here. Bro, all them 5 stars and high 4 stars we were in the running for before games got played, man. Better at what? Get them out of here. We got better at making other teams look good. We didn't even have to run verticals there, but that's all the route tree we have. Damn, our passing attack is a hitch or a 9. Skinner, they said, is not a take, which is bull. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care what Michael Langston says. When you say someone's not a take, that means you're telling me if he committed tomorrow, if Sunday morning or Sunday evening, Skinner wanted to announce a commitment and he said FSU, you're telling me he's not a take. You're telling me they wouldn't take him? Bull. That's bull. That's Michael Langston trying to cover up for the fact that they've dropped the ball in that recruitment. Crack. Is that crack you're smoking? Bruh. Somebody said he's smoking acid. So is there a possibility that they see this and be like, I'm gonna get to play? I mean, yeah, that's always a possibility, right? So the guys that have been saying good things, like Sam McCall, he's been saying a lot of good stuff. Early's been saying a lot of good stuff. Quayshawn Sapp's been saying good stuff. Omar Graham's been saying good stuff. AJ Duffy, those guys, right? I think they see it kind of like that. It's like, bruh, I like the staff, I like the school, and not only that, but I can come in there and take a spot day one from what I'm seeing on film. And I think those kids really believe that. So that's your only hope, bro. Your only hope is that you can convince these kids that, man, if you come here, Marvin Jones Jr., Jermaine Johnson had another sack today. I think he has 6 on the season, 6 or 7 on the season. Marvin Jones, you can be that. You can be that dude, right? That's all I'm saying. Like, that's your only selling point is right now is to say, man, come in and play. Because that's all you can sell. That's the only thing you can sell is that you can come in and be the number 1 guy, most likely. That's BS. Skinner would definitely be a take. Obviously, he'd be a take. You don't think we'd be in Syracuse, Sandra? I do. I'm going to stick to my guns on that one. Oh, yeah, definitely. Sam going back to Florida, most likely. See, there you go. And that doesn't surprise me. I just want to keep the two. I just want to keep Duffy and Hunter. If we can keep Duffy and Hunter, man, whatever else we got, we'll just deal with it. Bro, Keir Thomas had the pick 6. But I can't get mad at a DN for dropping that. Skinner, he might not be that good to you, right? But you can't tell me he wouldn't be a take for this team? Man, come on. Thank you for showing up. Spot on with that. AJ go play day 1. Yeah, man. The media just spinning stuff, especially over there at War Chant. Panama thinks Coleman's still coming. I don't. I believe it when I see it. With how decent the D-line is playing, would you keep Odell? I don't want to speak on Odell. I haven't even called or said anything negative about Odell this entire year. So it is what it is there. Johnson, I think, is leading the nation in sacks. Early playing time isn't the end-all be-all for every player. You're right. Some players want to see quality coaching. Majority of these young kids want to see. They just want to ride some coattails, if I'm being honest with you. But the only thing you can sell right now is early playing time. As far as academics, I mean, every college in America can sell academics. Some more than others, but come on. Campus life, I think FSU's campus life might be second to none, but ultimately, man, these kids are trying to play and get to the next level. So Florida's losing to Tennessee. I keep hearing that. Has the score changed or it's still 14-10? Deerfield knows it's crazy. We at the point at looking at effort as for right. No, the hell with that. I'm not. As for progress, most definitely the only hope we got is convincing these kids that they can be the ones to turn it around. What's crazy is we legit about to give Norvell a whole new staff. He needs it. He needs a whole new staff. The only coaches from this staff that I legit would want to keep is Atkins. You got to keep Woodson. I wouldn't mind keeping JPP. I think the defensive ends have played really good this year. I know he's also the special teams coach, and that leaves some to be desired, but it is what it is there. That might be it. David Johnson. The running backs are the best position group arguably on the entire team. So, got to keep Coach Yak. So maybe keep four assistants. That's it. Everybody else can go. Walt Bell, what up, man? I'm here. Nobody, listen. You can't question what I got. I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying I'm there with you. You can't question me. I'm here. 0-4. I didn't have to go live tonight and talk about this crap. Part of me didn't want to, but I'm here. I'm gonna be here every day. Or every Saturday, right? I'll be here and be the butt of all the jokes. Plus, those boys did have some fight after the first quarter. I will give them that. No quit. Just stop the stupid penalties, which they actually in the fourth quarter. I believe that we only had 2 penalties for the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. I think the only thing that improved was the amount of flags. Yeah, man, Corbin just hit it right there. I don't think we didn't have a lot of penalties this game. Coleman looking at Oregon now. Bro, is anybody shocked? We're not signing none of these kids, dog. Leave Coach Odell alone. Ant-Man, look at how I've been doing 2 QB system. Hell, neither QB has gotten comfortable out there. Milton is trying to get back in the swing of things. It's been almost 3 years since he spun the ball. FSU is in a position to not call players being pursued by better programs. Not a take right now. Thank you. That whole not a take crap that ain't the biggest load of BS I've ever heard. But y'all let Michael Langston tell y'all what it is. Y'all go ahead over there and listen to that crap if you want to. At this point, why not give Purdy some experience? You never know. He might do better. He might. We need better linemen on both sides of the ball, receivers, few DBs, and a quarterback. So what you're saying, Ronald, is we need a team. Would this team still be winless with Sam Howell? Probably not. We probably beat Notre Dame at least. Love Odell, but he ain't cutting the mustard. They better have their backup playing recruits on speed dial. Yeah, whoever those kids are. Nothing. Same thing that happened last year when we beat UNC. Nothing. This team is 0-4, bro. All this talk about Norvell was hired of how all his former assistants got hired away, the other jobs, and he had no problem replacing them. Haven't heard much of that lately. That's word, Polk. Only a chosen few saying after this BS. We fans got to accept that we at FCS school now. Damn. Damn. I thought Milton had a few throws in this game where he was facing down the barrel of the gun, stuck in there, and made throws. Like, people want to come at Milton, and I'm not saying Milton was perfect this game. He also wasn't terrible, nor the reason that they lost this game. I do think the receivers are very lackluster. I can't do nothing for him. My knee hurt. I spent too much time running too many miles in the military. I can't do nothing for him, big dog. You might be able to. I can't do nothing for him. Now, I might be able to coach better than some of them bums on the sideline, but I can't put no pads on, man. Florida just scored. All right, so you can never count on Tennessee to finish the game. So wouldn't be surprised if Florida finishes it off here. No, I don't want Jermaine going to the Dolphins. Y'all gonna stand him up like y'all doing with Phillips. I might can play left tackle and keep Milton upright. Hey, go for it. I did watch a lot of open receivers not even get a chance, though. Georgia State was whipping Auburn. Yep. I thought Georgia Southern was going to pull that. Was it Georgia Southern or Georgia State? I know it was one of them Georgia schools. Thought they were going to pull that one out, man. Hit the like button, man. Got 100 people in the chat. And I got 40 likes. So what the hell are we doing? Y'all don't like me, but you're watching me. And 2 dislikes. Keep those. If you dislike it, just hit the dislike button. I could carry. I honestly don't care either way. Hit the dislike button. Hit the like button. Not a big deal for me. I'm watching this thing that you sent me, Phil. If you're still in the chat, this catch. Yeah, that is a nice catch. Who's that threw that ball? Was that Garcia that threw that ball? It's a nice catch, though. All right, back to the chat. Yo, do we give Chuba a try? I mean, at this point, I guess everybody's asking for Chuba. Go for it. I don't really think we should. I don't think you need to. I mean, that guy hasn't proven that he can stay healthy. I feel like give him all the time he needs to make sure he's 100% healthy, and let's not ruin him. But at the same time, everybody wants to see Chuba. But that's how football goes, and that's how the fan base is, and every fan base is like that, right? The backup quarterback is always the most popular dude on the team until he plays, and then that guy's backup is the most popular dude on the team. So. But the Bills aren't. No, y'all didn't draft necessarily the wrong DN. Y'all, it's a Dolphin problem. Y'all using Jalen Phillips wrong. I don't watch a lot of the Bills, and I damn sure don't watch a lot of the Dolphins. But I'm gonna assume that Rousseau, they didn't move him to outside linebacker, and he's actually got his hand in the dirt rushing the passer. You know, kind of like that's what the strength is. Y'all trying to turn Phillips into an outside linebacker. I think the play calling sucks. Like, what else do you want me to tell you? I think our strength is running the ball, and we don't run the ball. We had a total of 25 carries today. A total of 25 carries. Now, Milton threw the ball 39, damn near 40 times. He needs to do something. I don't think Shannon should be the long-term solution at D coordinator. But if you told me you firing Adam Fuller tomorrow and Shannon took over D coordinator duties after that, I'd be for it. Appreciate you for showing up. Damn, where'd my chat go? There it is. Nebraska's tied with Michigan State. Well, damn, at least Nebraska's showing some improvement. Ain't that some shit? POLK, Bills playing Rousseau both ways. Okay. You just run the wing T, huh? Yeah, it was dumb. It was only dumb. I won't say it was. I don't mind the misdirection or the trying to trick thing, right? Here's the problem with that play. You should have just had Milton looking at the sideline, but they had or Milton and a wide receiver maybe, but you had Jordan Wilson also looking at the sideline. Now he didn't do that just because he did that because he was told to. Well, the problem on that play was the guy that he should have been blocking, had he not been standing up looking at the sideline at the time of the snap, is the guy who made the tackle. So once again, we just didn't execute. I think Shannon could be. I do not think Shannon is the long-term solution at D coordinator. Yeah, 93. Right? Yeah, 93. I don't know. I think there is. I haven't looked. If we fire Kenny tomorrow, who would you want to step up? Mike Norvell. That's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. All right, no power. See ya. That direct snap play call was also bad because the O-line had been in the groove. No need to gimmick there. Hey, there you go. It's funny, like when they want to line up and not get fancy and just line up and run the ball, we had a lot of success. We had a lot of success, man. That's why it's crazy to brag on recruiting classes in July. Who's texting me? Norvell will never let go of his guys, will he? He better. If he's smart, he will. Doesn't matter what QB you drafted, you got no O-line or weapons. You hired terrible offensive coordinators. And instead of going for Matt Canada or Ken Dorsey, you promote Gailey's. Too predictable and short yardage. We're not passing team. I thought they got very creative. I don't know if that was at the end of the first half, but they were running the ball, but we were using a lot of motion. And sometimes I feel like I'm Nostradamus. Do y'all not remember after the JSU game? I was like, why are we not using more motion on some of these run plays? I was specifically talking about Wildcat. Why are we not using more motion? Trayshawn Ward, that first touchdown, they motioned one way, got the defense to bite that way, ran the other way. Trayshawn literally walked into the end zone. So I've only been calling to use more motion pre-snap. And all of a sudden they did it and had a lot of success doing it. Again, I'm not a genius, but damn. I keep saying these things, and these things keep coming to fruition. And when they happen, it's like, oh man, this guy hit the nail on the head. You run motion pre-snap. It gives the defense an extra thing to look at. Also lets the offense know what kind of coverage they're in. Like, there's so many things that the motion does. If we're going to spread it out, why not motion the wide receivers and see what we're working with pre-snap? But when they finally did it, they had a lot of success. So shout out to Mike for, I don't know if he watches me, but shout out to Mike for finally listening. What up, G? He blames himself after every game. I'm tired of hearing it's my fault. Quit. If you're that bad, just do us all a favor, Mike, and quit. So we don't have to pay you. Just quit. Hey, some people are just fans. Like, I was that way growing up. If God would have blessed me to be a Division I prospect, FSU could have lost every game and I was still going to be a Seminole, because that's just how I was. You know, some people, like Derwin James was like that. Some people, Derwin James committed to Florida State when he was a sophomore in high school and never took a visit, never wavered. Some people grow up fans. If Hunter's a fan, more power to him. Shannon probably was calling defense in the second half. I like using motion. As an outsider, I don't hear any bragging just about their class, but I did hear someone try to discredit it as that probably should have kept their mouth shut. I don't know. What is Shannon was calling that second half? Pitch and catch on our DBs is guaranteed. Our DBs are trash. Why play so much man-to-man is obvious. Whatever Woodson is coaching ain't hitting home. We might as well do motion pre-snap every play, Poke. You're right. Simple thing to do. It seemed like it worked, didn't it? Sooner or later, FSU's going to snap out of this. Yeah, sooner or later. Marcus Juice Wilder. What's going on, man? Appreciate the support. But, man, yeah, sooner or later. I just hope I'm not 40 by the time it gets turned around. Yeah, we said that last year. We said, oh, COVID year. Mike needs we need to get Mike his kids. COVID year. 20 transfers happened. They brought in 20 other transfers. They had a full recruiting class. He said, no COVID this year. We get a full spring, a full fall, and we 0-4. Hell, we were better during the COVID year. Let's go back there, as far as I'm concerned. But again, you can't tell. I'm not really mad. I'm not even mad. It's expected at this point. It's expected. Do you think the transfers ruin the culture? No. And I don't like that word culture. Mike looking like Willie, but they both suck. Mike looking worse than Willie if we being 100. Don't get it twisted now. Because I know people going to, as soon as you open up that Willie bag, all the people come out of the woodworks and start wanting to hop in on that. And start wanting to hop in on that conversation. The fact is they both suck. But Mike looking worse. Willie could have been successful, though. Willie had Kendall Briles as his old coordinator. If Willie just would have not handcuffed him and let him actually call his offense, Willie would probably still have a job here. It's more like a joke, ain't it? Jamie's been a disappointment. Facts. Let's keep that same energy and not count last year when we were better. This is the real Norvell team. We're so sorry. That's all you can do, big homie, is laugh. Was a bad sign for the season when Destin Hill didn't. Man, don't even get me started there, bro. You think Destin really going to show up in January like they reporting? Wasn't that War Chant that reported that too? Yeah, y'all keep listening to War Chant. At least Willie made jokes and smiled through the losses. Norvell just sweating and crying. Norvell just up there looking like a lost puppy. You're right. At least Willie was laughing and joking, I guess. I don't know if that's better or worse than what Mike is doing, but Mike just up there looking like a lost dog. Yeah, you just be quiet, damn it. This team just sucks. Tired of going for it on fourth down. So, yeah, man. Going on an hour and 22. I'm letting y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. What's the score of the Gator game? Come on, Tennessee. Do us all a solid and beat these boys. Oh, yeah. Mike Norvell sees Bowden in his dreams. Is this work? Oh, the lost decade. Even in the lost decade, never had a losing season in the lost decade. Never missed a bowl game in the lost decade. This is nothing compared to the lost decade, bro. This is the new lost decade here. What we got going on right here is the lowest point most of us have ever seen. Now, again, I said it before. Look, if you're one of them 50, 60-year-olds that want to tell me, well, this is nothing compared to 1974, damn it, I don't care. We ain't talking about 74. Y'all can have 74. I wasn't alive, wasn't even thought of in 74. Gators up 17-14. Okay. This is if the lost decade was, this is the dark ages. This is y'all come up with a nickname for the time period that we're in right now. If we all know about the lost decade, but what is this? So, Terrence says the dark ages. This is the the plague ages, like this. I don't know. What do we call this? Yeah, we got to name this. Yeah. Y'all, what's the name? What are we naming this, man? What are we naming this? Somebody said rock bottom. No, we need a more the Great Depression. There you go. This is the Great Depression. This is BH before Hunter. Oh, man. This is the lost ages. What is this, man? What are we in? That is a great question. I would love to know what y'all are calling it. I like the Great Depression. I also like BH. I think BH is real good. FSU BH. Post JW. And we're currently in BH. We don't talk about those time ages. This is just bad. Whoa, Memphis lost to UTSA. University of Texas, San Antonio, right? Maybe Mike can go back. Please take him back. The Rapture. This is the Rapture. This is the Rapture. Vols missed a field goal. Man, Tennessee's not going to pull that out, man. I know we want them to, but this is Tennessee we're talking about. I have no faith they're going to pull it out. The recession. This is literally what happens when you're penny wise and dollar fool. Yeah, no, you're right about that, Terrence. We're stuck with Norvell and staff. Well, we're stuck with Norvell. We are not stuck with this staff. Do not believe that. If they want to at least attempt to fix this ship, then bring in a new staff. But keep Mike Norvell. Obviously, you keep Mike Norvell, the vision stays the same. But post Jimbo recession, the post nut age. How long until no fan? Hey, I don't know, man. They're probably done now. I heard they were booing. Heavy in the first half. So I mean, once he starts losing, once they're not making money off of ticket sales, I mean, how long can you keep Mike around? If we're being honest, I don't know what's going on with Tate. Marion Cooper got some burn today, but no Damori Tate. The buyout decade. Emory Jones has played every snap, by the way. I don't know why Dan Mullen is being so stubborn with that quarterback situation. You got one guy that I think is clearly better in Richardson. Then again, this is coming from a Florida State fan who we don't know what we're doing with our quarterback situation either. So I get it. The recession era with young Jeezy. They fought. Yeah, okay. Technically, the FSU downfall started when Alabama destroyed Francois. You Louisville fan from Maven's page. I really enjoyed your insight over the last night. Appreciate your passion as well. Good luck. Well, as you can see, as I said last night, we suck, and you guys got the win. Cooper gave up a touchdown. That's what's gonna happen when you start playing these freshmen. The stands was next to empty. There you go, man. This is what it is at this point. I don't listen to the interviews. I could care less what Mike has to say, if I'm being honest with you. There's nothing Mike can say to me that makes me feel like, okay, Mike's going to turn this thing around. He's a lost puppy. He's a deer in the headlights. You see it every interview. You see it every time he talks. He's just a sad little man at this point. Mike ain't got nothing to say that can make anybody feel any better. Mike better hope that he can convince these kids to still believe in him. We're 0-4. Mike's on the verge. He's lost the fan base. Corbin can say what he wants, but eventually Mike's going to lose these boosters if he hasn't already. And the boosters really want to put the pressure on. They could. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think they want to fork up that money. But he's lost the fans. He's on the verge of losing boosters. He better hope he doesn't lose his players if he hasn't already lost those guys. I don't know if Woodson is trash. Man, from what I hear, and I said this before, Dupree, Fuller coaches the DBs. Woodson's more of a primary recruiter. He's a position coach in name, but they use him for his recruiting talents. That's just what I hear. I don't know how true that is. I hear Fuller's the real DB coach. Woodson is more so DB coach in name, but his job is to recruit. No, I'm not watching that crap. Polk, do you like, man, John, you know the answer to that. Why you ask stupid questions? Do you like your AD, John? That's the answer to your question. If you like your AD, then I like mine. Well, we've only been calling for Fuller's job for over a year now. I'll probably go 30 more minutes, guys. I'll go for 2 hours and then we'll call it a wrap. Because honestly, there's not really much else to talk about. I'm letting you guys really drive the conversation. I got no more to really say. Well, we just need some Jesus, Allah, whoever you believe in, pray to him. We were solid on Mackenzie Milton's comeback story. We were sold on the Mackenzie Milton comeback story. Literally, everybody looks better than us. Norvell is the problem. Dilly needs to go. Lose every game except Miami. That's how bad this staff is, Colin. We'll be outcoached by Manny freaking Diaz. Watch. This team will be outcoached by Manny freaking Diaz. I'm just laughing listening to the old interviews during camp when Norvell talked about all those special team only days the team had. Joshua didn't just lose. Now, If you got to go back and actually watch that fight, Usyk put on a clinic. He was boxing the hell out of Anthony Joshua. I don't blame either quarterback. Like, again, you guys know I was calling for Milton. I'm not afraid to admit that before the season, to me, Milton was supposed to be the guy. And that's not a knock on Travis. I just think Milton's the better quarterback. But let's be clear. Neither quarterback was given a chance this year. You started Travis, and it felt like it's the first opportunity you got, you went with Milton. And then after that Notre Dame game, you just switched back and forth. Put two quarterbacks out on a time. Rotate quarterback from series to series. They never gave either quarterback a real legit shot at the job. That's why we're in the position we're in. Well, get ready for it. Who you got, man? I got that guy behind me. I got Deontay. Bro, all of the Arkansas, all them second-year coaches doing the damn thing, except for good old Mike. I'd rather us continue the zone. They went zone in the second half, and you saw the out. You saw how it looked. That man stuff, we're giving up too many big plays. Stick to the zone. And you saw how it looked in the second half. No, it's probably going to be Bama and Georgia, because probably going to be Bama and Georgia, Oregon, and I don't know who that fourth team might be. That fourth team could still be Oklahoma, right? But the ACC does not get in. No, I don't think the ACC gets a nod this year. Our DBs aren't good enough to even play man-to-man, so I say, again, to me, you stick with the zone. Our DBs aren't good enough. When I say good enough, they don't have the one-on-one top end speed nor the ability to kind of locate the ball on the fly that we need. Stay in the zone. Let the DBs be able to keep the eyes on everything that's in front of them. That's how I would call this defense. Bro, we've been asking for Corbin for 4 games now. Do we really think they're going to start using Corbin more? No, we're not. Somebody said Arkansas, Notre Dame, Penn State could possibly be there. Notre Dame or Penn State. Wake Forest is not making a playoff. Even if they win the ACC, they ain't making a playoff. I say the fourth team would be Oklahoma or Notre Dame. Cincy might sneak in if they can beat Dame. Cincy's kind of looked a little suspect, though. Wisconsin QB, Merch sucks. Had Notre Dame pass defense looking like the Legion of Boom. ACC is so weak. Mighty Clemson fell to NC State. The ACC is wide open. Not for us. It's wide open, but not for us. Brownlee a dog, like you said. You just got to put him in the right situations. Appreciate you, John. UNC with a dog fight right now. Yep. No one looks good this year. Not in the ACC. Corbin, I like a few players on this team. I like Jayshon Corbin. I like Trayshawn Ward. I like Jermaine Johnson. I like Keir Thomas. I don't think we're giving Keir Thomas his due credit. He's actually been better than I thought he would be playing DN. I thought he was more of an interior guy, and he's actually done what he's done. I like Sidney Williams. I like Jarvis Brownlee. I like Travis J. There's a handful of players that I like. I think Kalen DeLoach has been great at linebacker. He's the only real linebacker we got. So there's a bunch of players that I like. This team has talent, and I don't care what anybody says. This team has plenty of talent. I think it's gonna, like I said, I think it's Georgia. I think SEC will get Georgia and Bama. I think SEC. Granted, they both run the table. I think the SEC will get 2 teams in. I said they were gonna make the boy look like Lamar 2.0. I said that. No, I don't. I don't see. I don't see Coach Hagens as a D coordinator. They don't use him correctly. Brownlee also had very good plays in run support because he's a zone. Brownlee is I said it on Twitter. Brownlee is the perfect cover 2 corner zone. Cover 2 zone corner. Like what Rondé Barber was in his prime. Brownlee is cut from that mold. Send him in the flat as a cover 2 corner like Asante Samuel Sr. was in his prime. He is that type of corner. They're using him poorly. I agree with that one, Seminole Firewater. Man, Coop had a play where he tried to tackle a blocker and not Man, Coop had a terrible play that I wouldn't. Coop had a bad play this game. We didn't even talk about Lovett. I forgot to mention Lovett as one of the other players that I like on this team. They missed Lovett in this game. Briggs had a good game, but they missed Lovett. They missed him. They missed Lovett. DJ Williams had some good carries, but they only gave him 4. Combat Ethics says War Chant was capping hard. No surprise. And let me be very clear. I'm not necessarily anti-War Chant. I'm not like beefing with those guys over there, but I call a spade a spade. And that goes for all the FSU media. Again, I'm just a guy on YouTube. But all them guys that have the credentials and they are trying to protect their assets. They're trying to protect the fact that they can get in-depth coverage. But what good is it? What good is in-depth coverage? What good is access if you don't report the truth? I'll let you guys answer that. Thank you, Roddy. Bubba Bolden, first round pick. I don't know, man. When I listen to some of these Canes podcasts and stuff, a lot of them feel like Bubba's been a little bit of a disappointment so far. But I don't from what I've seen so far, I don't think Bubba's a first round type safety. He'll get drafted, but I don't think he's first round. I like McLean. There's a bunch of players that I like. Norvell said it was supposed to be a safety over the top on that first touchdown, but there was no safety in the area code. It's funny, like there's always supposed to be. There's always supposed to be something. Yeah, great. Yeah. I didn't know you were in the chat, bro, but yeah. You called it out, and I was like, bro, I wasn't even going to say nothing. Because it was kind of embarrassing when you watched it, but you called it out, and I was like, man, I wasn't even going to say nothing on it. No bowl game. Hell no. War Chant talking about moral victories this FSU. Again, what good is having those assets and those credentials if you don't tell the truth? Bubba's okay. Bolden ain't no damn first rounder, maybe a third or fourth rounder. Georgia Tech leading NC now. That's why I only support Polk with the money. I appreciate you, Peter. McLean got to be more aggressive. Man, like I said, no ACC player deserves first round. I don't know, man. Jermaine Johnson could work his way. I don't think he's a first rounder right now. He's a second or He's a second, maybe early third rounder. Jermaine Johnson might be able to work his way up. So I kind of disagree with you when you say no ACC player deserves first round, man, because I don't know if y'all been watching Jermaine, man. Wasn't Lane Kiffin 100%? He tweet. I remember Lane tweeted about the Florida State job and everything. Norvell be lying, thinking I ain't played or know football. He lied to the face. As a Kane fan, Bubba is decent. Yeah, Mike lied when they said that last play against Jacksonville State was cover 2 man and was obviously cover 1 robber. So we knew he lied then. I lost all faith after Jacksonville State, man. Leads the nation in sacks. Wait, so if Warchant tells the truth, the team will take away the access. These college coaches are so. If you don't know, these media members can't report on everything, or they'll take access away from them, like injury-wise, right? And I can understand injuries, right? You don't want injuries are always like a sensitive thing with coaching staffs, not just FSU, but a lot of coaching staffs, where you kind of want to keep the opposing team guessing and let them know who's available, who's not available. But there's other things that they don't like these beat writers to report on. So I'm just saying, I don't know for a fact. I don't work for Warchant. I don't know what they're telling them boys not to say and what they can't say. But I do know that if they were to come out and kind of say probably how they honestly feel, Mike would have a problem with it. So, it is what it is. It's my opinion, but I feel like they're not the reason why you hear these beat writers. Do you think that these beat writers don't see the same things that we see? But the reason why they always put a positive spin on it, it's kind of because they have to. Like Combat Ethics says, that's how it works. If you're too negative, we'll take access away from you. So you know. Man, he's done. I saw the 2022 first round prediction with Jermaine at number. I don't think he's that high. Number 7? Nah, I don't think he's number 7. He's not that high. Worst team in Florida, bruh. Terrence, you still in the chat? Terrence, if you're still in the chat, let me know. I want you to drop them Florida rankings. Because I think them boys on Martin Luther King Boulevard might be better than Florida State right now. Number 1's probably the Bucks. We got Bucks number 1. University of Florida maybe number 2. Them boys from 23rd Street number 3. The YMCA crew number 4. Like, Terrence, if you're around here, bro, let me get them Florida rankings. We should have went after Perry. West Virginia. Tom Brady carrying them Bucks, that's for sure. South Florida, the worst. Hell, South Florida might give us a run, Dylan. South Florida might give us a run. Them boys, yeah, boy, them boys are Martin Luther King, boy. Them boys play football over there. They probably will give FSU a run for their money. Them boys on MLK Boulevard, man, to get us. Oh, there you go. All them high schools. Bishop Sycamore. Now they in Ohio, but if they was Florida, they'd be better than Florida State. That's where we at right now, y'all. Do you like anime? I watch Dragon Ball Z and a few others. I'm not like an anime head. But I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I used to really like the Gundam Wing, Attack on Titan. I need to get back into that. One Punch Man, I think, is hilarious. So yeah, I like anime, but I'm not into all of them. So some of that animes that you might mention, I don't know, but for the most part, yeah. If it catches my attention, I can watch it. Tom carrying us with the number one run defense, huh? But hell, Tom our QB's team game. Dillingham could be calling plays like a Bishop Sycamore. This damn shame we saw in talking about this. Gotta have fun with it, bro. You gotta have fun with it. FSU is better than FAMU and Cookman, dog. Hey, I don't know. I think them boys on MLK will give us a run. So I don't know. Last time, 74, 76, somewhere around there. Who cares? Naruto. People keep telling me to get into Naruto. I tried it. Naruto starts off too slow. But I guess Naruto's kind of like if you watch Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball starts off slow, right? A lot of people just know Dragon Ball Z, but if you go back and watch Dragon Ball is kind of slow. So yeah, I can't really get into Naruto like that, but I'll try to give it another shot. FSU can beat Jackson State too. Yeah, we couldn't beat Jacksonville State though, could we? There's no way I'm believing that NC State and Wake Forest have better. They don't, Marcus. That's why I don't want to hear when people tell me, "Oh, the players suck." Yeah, okay. They don't have better players than us. Titan AE. I don't think I've heard of that one. We should have won with Hornibrook today. We would have won with Hornibrook. Proud of Milton being able to fully recover from his catastrophic injury, but he's not even close to the old Milton that we knew. Took Fuller a whole 2 quarters to adjust. Just to change the subject, who's better at MJ or LeBron? Michael Jordan, man. And it's really not even close. Boston College wins the ACC. Where does FSU rank in the Power 5 group of 530 teams? Are we really last? Are we close to? I mean, come on. Who was it that what Bill Parcells says you are what your record says you are? We're 0-4. So it is what it is. What else you want me to say? Florida double pass TD. Shout out to Tennessee. You're giving it a tough go, but I never thought Tennessee was gonna finish that off. So we hoped, but it is what it is. Go Kobe. Hey man, rest in peace to the great Kobe, but he's not on Michael Jordan's level either. And I think the conversation between between LeBron and Kobe is a little closer. But ultimately, I think LeBron's a better player than Kobe too. We have better talent than Wake, NC State balling cost you. You keep going. We had better talent than Louisville, but we found a way to lose that game. The saga of Tanya the Evil. Okay. MJ is way better than LeBron. Number 23 is always trailing the play from behind. The secondary coverage is so suspect. Everything is open. Milton arm strength is definitely lacking. I agree with that. I do agree with his Milton throws some balls that you're like, oh man, they don't look that great. So I agree with that. Does Clemson lose 3 ACC Atlantic games this year where they've lost 1? Boston College can get them. We're not going to get them. So y'all can cancel Christmas on Florida State beating them. 3 might be a little tough. Unless you think Boston College and Wake can get them. Nova will switch to a triple option with Corbin, Ward, and Toafili. The secondary is secondary. MJ is definitely better. Safety so slow they can't get over the top. My favorite NBA player of all time is Tracy McGrady. For real. Hey, I'm a huge T-Mac fan. T-Mac was my favorite player too. So Another Polk County native over there, Tracy McGrady. So I'm with you. 5-1 in the finals for Kobe. Okay, 6-0 for Jordan. Next. Actually, Kobe is 5-2. He lost to the Pistons and he lost to the Celtics. Louisville fan here. You guys can have our coach Satterfield boring. Man, you talking about boring play calling. Y'all winning football games. Okay, I tell you what. Give me him and y'all take Mike Norvell. Fair trade, Chris? I bet you don't want to do that. It's Geno English time. On a year Clemson has a dud at QB, none of our teams can capitalize. I swear to God, you can't make this stuff up. What would I don't know. I'd probably blow a head gasket. Like, I don't know. I would be, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably be more pissed than anything else. I'm like, how can you beat Clemson, but you couldn't beat Jacksonville State and Wake Forest and Louisville, right? Probably be more pissed than anything. Yeah, T-Mac was great. Again, as a walk-on personal foul. Yeah, 5-2. Kobe 5-2. Hey, rest in peace to the GOAT. To one of the GOATs. I just, if the question is basketball, the answer is Michael Jordan. Like, if the question is basketball, the answer is Michael Jordan. I'm glad we can have other conversations because obviously ain't nothing else to talk about with this Seminole football team. But y'all know how I get down. We can cover a wide array of topics. Y'all want to get into Michael Jordan stuff, and we can do it. But again, we're talking basketball. It's Mike. And in my opinion, the only person that comes close to Mike, and it ain't LeBron. It's somebody who they changed the rules for, and that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That dude arguably Kareem actually has the real conversation to be the GOAT basketball player that ever lived. I'm talking about the man dominated high school. They outruled the dunk because of Kareem. He dominated high school, college, and the NBA. A six-time MVP in the NBA? Six-time champion as well? Somewhere around there? I mean, honestly, if we talking like basketball, like Kareem might be the GOAT for real. If we're talking all-time basketball. But if we're just talking NBA, then it's Michael Jordan. But Kareem dominated every single level he's ever played. Bill Russell. I mean, but Russell played in an era with 5-10 basketball teams. No knock on Bill, but come on. The DBs can't cover Polk. We ain't beating Clemson. We ain't beating nobody. Clemson defense is still legit. Polk, I'm all about the rebuild and the process to rebuild, but I question Mike Norvell's strategy with the fourth down calls. I agree, Panama. I agree. I honestly, I just think it's desperation play calling. He knows, like he's there. He's like, man, I'm 0-3 or I'm 0-4. It's just desperation play calling. Can you go into detail on why MJ is the GOAT? I mean, I don't need to go into detail, but I'm not even a big listen. Here's the thing. I'm not a big analytics guy, but if you break down the analytics, Jordan beats LeBron. Everybody talks about how efficient LeBron is and how he's amazing this and he's amazing that and he can do that. Break down every analytical stat. I've watched videos on this. I don't do it. Jordan beats LeBron in every analytical stat there is. Beats him. For a guy who's 6'8", 250, 270, Jordan was a better blocker. Arguably a better rebounder. For a guy that big, he only out rebound Jordan by like 2 rebounds a game. I mean, come on. There's videos on it. Go watch them. Jabbar has the best basketball resume, but Jordan had the greatest impact. That's true. If we're just talking basketball resume, but yeah. Luau Cinder. But what Jordan did, he took the game to a level that hasn't been seen since. Yeah, he is the man. Again, Kareem's the only other person that you can, in my opinion, that you could ever put in a conversation. Who you picking on the dunk contest? Vince Carter's the greatest dunker of all time. Next question. You're right. You can have Norvell. See? There you go. Plus defensive awards. Yep, might win a defensive player to POLK. If you keep losing, will they fire Norvell first or will they? Man, I don't know what they'll. I don't. They should have. Our AD was supposed to be temporary anyway, but he's still here. So who knows? I put Magic above LeBron. That's fair too. Norvell coaching like he playing Madden. Robert Horry got 7, but how many different? Robert Horry. I mean, you can have 7 rings, but was Robert Horry ever the best player on his own team? Was that Robert Horry ever the second best player on his own team? Was Robert Horry ever the third best player on his own team? Like, come on. Bro, go back and watch it. AJ got whooped. Even with the D-line applying pressure, the DB still can't make plays. Make sure you watch Usyk punish Joshua. I'm watching it now. Bro, I told you put on a clinic. I told you. But AJ is who I thought he was. So for me, that wasn't a surprise. It was, even though I picked AJ to win, I thought what I questioned about Usyk was, could he take a real punch from a real heavyweight? When you look at Usyk and his heavyweight fights, he hadn't really fought in a real heavyweight. He fought Chisora, but Chisora is a journeyman at this point, right? Chisora is kind of like a heavyweight gatekeeper. He's on his last legs. My question was, I didn't think he'd be able to take AJ's power. I knew AJ couldn't outbox him, but I thought once AJ was able to catch him, AJ would put him out. And I was wrong. I was dead wrong. Usyk was hurting AJ more than Usyk ever got hurt by AJ. AJ landed some good shots and Usyk ate them hoes. Usyk ate them. And Usyk had AJ wobbling around the ring, man. So for me, AJ is who he always has been. People kind of call me a hater, could care less. Never been an AJ guy because I've always seen his flaws. Now, granted, I'm a Wilder fan, and I know Wilder has his own flaws. But I know Wilder also has something that really no other heavyweight possesses, and that's an atomic bomb. My Mount Rushmore of the NBA is Kareem, Jordan, Wilt, and Magic. I would replace Wilt, me personally, if you were going to put Wilt, I would have Shaq up there instead of Wilt. Wilt is kind of in the same conversation to me as Bill Russell. In the sense of, yes, I get it. Wilt was dominant. Wilt put up numbers that will never be duplicated. Wilt played in a very watered down era, or an era that didn't have a lot of competition. Wilt was literally the only player on the court that was 7 foot tall. The second best, or arguably the best center of that time, was a 6'9" Bill Russell. Wilt really didn't have competition, and he only ever won one championship, if I'm not mistaken. So that's my kind of knock on Wilt. I think Shaq is. We sleep on Shaq because Shaq let himself go. Shaq didn't stay in shape. If Shaq would have had Kobe's work ethic or Jordan's work ethic, Shaq might be the greatest basketball player you've ever seen in your life. What Shaq was, man, Shaquille O'Neal was. Go watch Orlando Shaquille O'Neal, 7'2". 300 pounds and could run and jump like that kid could. Shaq was a different animal that the world's never seen before. People talk about LeBron being the greatest athlete of all time. Go watch a young Shaq in Orlando and you tell me what you see there. Shaq just didn't have the work ethic, though. Larry Bird is dope. Don't get me wrong. Thank you. The best basketball player right now to me is Kevin Durant, and it's not even close. Shout out to Giannis, but it's KD. I love me some Iverson. Speak on it, bro. Kareem is the GOAT, and he went toe-to-toe with Bruce Lee. He did. And yeah, he definitely was. With the civil rights and all that. I got my Knicks. I got my Knicks. Usyk went crazy 11 and 12. Showed me all I needed to see. Has his own shot that couldn't be stopped. Horry was like Nate Andrews in 2013. Hey, that's true. Hey, that's a good comparison. Everybody thought, Nate just played on a great defense and was able to take his opportunities. That's a good point. I mean, Joshua struggled with the old Klitschko, so I knew he wasn't like that. 3rd and 4 DBs playing. I don't get that either, Dupree. Again, coaching. If AJ loses the rematch, what I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't see how AJ. This isn't Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz knocks AJ out, but then he gets too high on himself, eats a bunch of pizza and cheeseburgers, comes in there. I think Ruiz came in there like 50 pounds heavier than what he was the first fight. Obviously was out of shape. Obviously hadn't been training. And AJ got but Usyk's not going to do that. Usyk's not going to eat a bunch and get out of, And at the end of the day, AJ is not going to outbox Usyk. No, AJ's only hope is that he can catch Usyk on the chin and put him out. I miss great boxing. I remember almost every week there was a great fight on HBO. Darko has more NBA champions. Was the first to win championship from his draft class. Does that mean no? Darko's not better than none of those guys. Jerry West is overrated. I say that all the time. Wilt was light years ahead of everybody during his era. Shaq was a man against boys. Listen, Shaq was different. Shout out to Wilt, and I get Wilt has the most incredible stats in the history of the league. I think Wilt averaged like 50 points a game for a season, like just crazy numbers that'll never be duplicated, right? Wilt also didn't play nobody. Wilt Chamberlain was literally like a 12th grader playing against middle schoolers, or like a college. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't fair. My favorite boxer of all time is Ali, but Roy is my second favorite boxer of all time. Facts. Orlando Shaq was different. I know you rock Shaq shoes. I did not. I did not. Those Reeboks, those Shaq Gnosis were dope. Those were dope. The Shaq Gnosis, like the Reeboks ones, those were dope. But I rocked Jordans, and I had a pair of Pippins as a kid too. And I had a pair of Dr. J's. Does he? Giannis has one MVP, or does he have two? Giannis has one or two MVPs. KD has an MVP. KD has a bunch of scoring titles. KD has 2 rings. Giannis has 1 ring. Does he really have a better resume? And even if he does, I think KD's a better basketball player. KD showed you last year in the playoffs he was a better basketball player than Giannis. KD was playing in the series by himself. James Harden was on one leg. Kyrie wasn't playing, and KD carried that Brooklyn. If KD has any help, Brooklyn beats the Milwaukee Bucks, and Milwaukee doesn't even win a title last year. If you go into Shaq, then I'm going to say that Hakeem was a monster. Don't get me wrong. Hakeem was nice. Hakeem had all the post moves in the world, man. Hakeem was nice. Shaq was 7'2", doing windmills and pop lock. Bruh, he was different. Orlando Shaq was different. Again, if he just would have had that work ethic, we might be saying Shaquille O'Neal was the best thing that ever put on a pair of sneakers. Nope, not drunk yet. I'm not really drinking like that, Jerg. I'm just sipping. I'm not doing anything crazy. Just talking. Shaq could rap. I don't know. Do we call Kazam acting? I don't know. Could Shaq really act? I don't know. Iverson, yeah. I agree with the questions. Shaq stays in Orlando. How many rings does Kobe get? That's interesting. That's interesting. Exactly. That don't mean anything if you got a ring. Argument needs to stop. Giannis got 2 MVPs and a Defensive Player of the Year. How do you feel about KD leaving the Thunder to go to the Warriors? I thought it was a weak move, but it's what they do in today's NBA. It's what they do. Giannis has MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and a chip without a super team. Somebody has to get fired if we go on 5. What's the worst record before somebody loses? That somebody should have been fired, man. It's still a movie. Hakeem helped LeBron with the post game and footwork in the post. And LeBron still don't have a post game. So, like, Shaq stays in Orlando, assuming they figure out about to say, if Penny's healthy, he had a running mate. People forget how nasty Anthony Hardaway was, man. But yeah, he did stay hurt. And he said he gave Kobe 2 rings without Shaq. And Jurgen says LeBron doesn't focus on one thing. Big part of the problem. Yeah, man. So my NBA Mount Mushmore, I like the one that was posted. I think it's Jordan, Kareem, Magic, and I think LeBron's on there, man. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I do respect and see and understand greatness when I see it. I just don't think LeBron has been the runaway guy that people have said he is over these years. Like, to me, Bron just recently passed Larry Bird, like maybe a few years ago. People forget what Larry Bird was, man. But we get kind of caught up in the athleticism of today's era. Like if Shaq didn't exist in the 90s, you've never seen a center move the way Shaq. Even today, name a center. Who's the best center in the league? Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, one of those two. Those dudes ain't Shaq. Shaq in the 90s was, again, 6'7", 300, and was all the athlete you needed to see. Running like a gazelle, windmilling down. Come on. So I hate the argument that, the athlete as a whole probably has gotten better, but man, we saw freak athletes back in the day too. Like Michael Jordan wasn't 6'6", 200, running a 4.6 or whatever it was he ran, and to this day still doesn't have the highest vert in NBA history. 0-5. Probably. Well, were we 0-4? Nah, man. I think we beat Syracuse. I said we would lose to Louisville, said we would lose to Wake, but I think we beat Syracuse. I was mad like everybody when KD left the Thunder to go to Warriors until I heard the backstory. No, man. I'm never going to be. Jerg's a Kane. If you want to watch, John, I appreciate you because you're one of my first subscribers. You've been here a long time, and even though you're a Kane fan. But, if you want to get your Kane love on this channel, Jurgen's your only hope. Clarence, what up? What up? Defense the whole team has to do better. If we go on 5, they need to take the spears off. If they go, yeah, just what? Just run a gold helmet? Then we'll be looking like Notre Dame out there. Oh, man. Well, we went a solid 2 hours. And what up, Zoe? How did this YouTube channel come about for you? Honestly, John, I think I was just sitting around one day. If Willie Taggart was the coach, and I was sitting. So look, for the people that think I don't like Willie, let me give you this backstory. Willie Taggart was the coach at Florida State. He was going through his struggles, but I was hearing, how War Chant and a lot of these other beats and these FSU websites, how they go so hard for Mike? Well, they weren't doing that for Willie. They were attacking him and saying he was this and he was that. So when I decided to do YouTube, I was like, man, I'm sick of these I'm sick of all the platforms that I listen to attack Willie. I'm gonna just make a YouTube channel and talk, and that's really how it started. I was actually kind of defending Willie Taggart. Now, honestly, this is all before he ended up losing that Miami game the way he did. That's when I was done with Willie. Just like I've been done with Norvell since JSU. When I saw that Miami game, I was done with Willie. But that's how this channel kind of came about. I wanted to get a different perspective out there. And I wanted to just meet people and talk about Florida State football, to be quite honest with you. Plus, I've been talking sports for a while in group chat and stuff. And I just kind of figured, why not take it to the internet? Honestly, I wish I would have had the foresight to do this channel when I turned like 18 or 19 years old, but I didn't, or, didn't believe that you could really do anything like that. You kind of fall into the same ideas as everybody else. Well, you got to go out there and you got to get a job, So, it is what it is. If I could go back, I would have started this thing 10 years ago, man, to be quite honest with you. But we're here now, and we're just going to do what we do. But that's how this channel came about. And I was just getting sick of the narrative that was being pushed out by the FSU media. And I'm still sick of it. I'm sick of it now. That's why I'm here, to counteract everything these dudes say. If we lose next week, I will go with Chuba or Rodemaker. I mean, at 5-0, what do you have to lose, I guess? I'm glad you're here because we don't have very many FSU YouTubers, and you're very knowledgeable. Thank you, Lorenzo. Man, we needed this chance. Man, if I would have been around in 2013, who knows what would have happened. Gators 30. Yeah, again, I didn't think Tennessee really was going to do anything. Thank you guys, man. I'm gonna call it a wrap here. We went 15 minutes over 2 hours, so we had some good conversation tonight, man. So I appreciate y'all. If you didn't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button on your way out. Wish we would have went with Chuba today, at least get a few snaps. Well, they were trying to win the game at the end, so I can see why they didn't. 10 years ago was the comeback of Florida State under Jimbo, and we've all gone downhill since. But, man, yeah, thank you guys, man. Monday, you'll see me Monday. Monday we'll have our morning therapy session. So feel free to come in there Monday and continue to complain. Phil's got one more question. Go ahead, Phil. I got a feeling there's gonna be some BS, but go ahead. And but yeah, man, it's your boy POLK. I'm gonna wait for Phil, but I'm gonna close out. It's your boy POLK on 863 Seminole TV. Keep your head up, Seminoles. Do y'all start? If he's healthy, he probably will get the nod. Who knows? It is what it is. Peace. Hey, keep your head up, Seminoles. And we out here, man. Again, I'll see y'all Monday. Monday, I'll go live on my way to work. So I'll see y'all boys Monday. I appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. You can hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, man. And yeah, we out here, baby.